Joining us now, we're glad to say in studio, House Majority Whip, Congressman Tom Emmer, whose name was up in lights for a little while around the country in that crazy search for which crazy search for a speaker? The second one. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth.
Yeah, but one of those.
Well, one of those.
I've
I've seen both sides. I'm not going to say demagogue it, but I saw what Schumer was saying, how that there's just, in no universe are these two things related. We should do, I'm perfectly willing to talk about the border as long as we do it separately from Ukraine and Israel. I can see how it's kind of related, though. We care about our own people and our own country, don't they? We care about Ukraine, too, but this is out of control. 12,000 people a day. It used to be, remember Secretary of Security, Secretary Jay? Said,
Jay Johnson.
He said 1,000 was crazy. 4,000 was completely untenable. Now we're at 12,000. So why so much resistance?
Well, it's interesting. I think he's got resistance within his own group in the Senate. But it's also probably related to the House. You know, the Senate and the House are always competing. Mike Johnson has said that he's willing, we're not going to abandon Ukraine, has been our speaker's statement. But if we're going to help secure someone else's border, we're going to secure ours at the same time. So he has related the two, and he has told them we need to have substantive changes to seal that southern border. And I think the challenge that Chuck Schumer has, Joe, quite frankly, is that the Biden White House needs a win on the border, because you don't have to be just a Republican. You just got to be an American. This is the number 2 issue after the economy for most Americans.
I think that's finally making its way over the transom at the White House. And it's sad. It's like, politically, we need to do something about the border. I mean, it wasn't going to be that it was something that we needed to do, but now it's actually starting to hurt the polls and things like that.
What is the specifics, though, that the House is pushing for that the White House won't accept? Because they keep saying to extreme. So what if you're just looking at the very extreme issues there, what are they?
Well, that's just it.
What is extreme? Yeah.
But remember, that's what they say, is they are extreme issues. The House passed the strongest border security bill in 20 years back in May. That bill would seal the southern border. They want to claim that it eliminates asylum. They want to claim that it gives people who have a legitimate interest in coming to this country, it precludes that from happening. It does not. What it does, pretty much what we have right now, if you enforce the laws, people have an opportunity to come here. We can seal that border. And the biggest issue, by the way, Joe, I should have added, this is a national security issue. It's not just that Americans politically have had enough and they've seen what happened.
Fentanyl, too.
But this is dangerous. It's not just fentanyl. It's bad actors that are coming across our southern border.
Chris Wray the other day just scared me. Right?
Yeah, and I'll go back. This is a political move. Let's talk, and it's a distant comparison, but pipelines, for instance. When somebody doesn't want a pipeline and they're political, they say, well, I just don't like the route that's taken. I think we got to change the route. And that's what I'm hearing from Chuck Schumer. Oh, this is extreme. We can't have that. Well, tell us, what exactly is extreme and what would you change? The challenge Mike Johnson's going to have in the House is that we have a group that wants just the border security bill that we passed, all of those pieces. In the Senate, John Thune has told us that we're probably not going to get all of them, but there are the substantive ones that could make a real difference in securing the southern border. And we'll have to see if Chuck Schumer allows it to move.
I did hear something that sort of sounded almost like the Republicans taking a page from the Democrats' playbook, and that was, we're more worried about funding IRS agents than we are about helping Israel. And that seems, now it seems like you're back to, that's a domestic, according to Democrats, that's something we really need domestically, whereas Israel, you could say it's the same thing as saying, well, we need to help Ukraine without helping ourselves at the border. Do we need to help Israel without and use the funding for the IRS for a pay-for?
I mean, this is disgusting, frankly. The House voted through the $14.6 billion that is necessary for Israel. It's what they had requested. We did that more than a month ago, Chuck. an interesting novel. Chuck, sorry, Joe.
Wow,
good morning.
Andrew, did you hear that? We're talking about Chuck Schumer. He just called me Chuck.
I know. Isn't that great?
Take a shot at That's like the Jonathan thing. Yeah.
You can call me Tim.
There you go.
Yeah, Chuck. Oh my God.
But the interesting concept, Joe, is that we paid for it. We took the money out of the huge pot of money that Democrats gave to the IRS.
Get Andrew involved here. He thinks that we definitely need Andrew. We need that money, don't we?
We do. We got to figure out the border. I'm not you.
No.
You and I.
I'm saying we need the money for the IRS. I'm trying to get you involved in here.
Yes. I mean, the idea that the pay for comes from the IRS to me makes no sense whatsoever. What does the congressman say?
Congressman?
Well, the fact that it makes no sense. Personally, you're talking to somebody who would have passed it without a pay for. But the pay for idea is when you got a country that's bleeding $1.7 trillion on an annual basis and you're $33 trillion in debt, the idea is let's find something to pay for this aid.
But you don't usually take it from the place that actually takes revenue from you and makes it actually harder to actually collect revenue in the future.
Make money.
That's a whole different discussion. Yes, they say that's going to make money. But one, they haven't hired the agents yet. Two, we would have a disagreement about that. They also say they're going to take it from those who have the most. When you're hiring this many IRS agents, I guarantee you that billionaires have plenty of people to tell them how to protect their money. Main Street USA, small businesses, they're the ones that are going to get hit.
The interesting thing about the immigration proposals at this point is you do have some support from the Chicago mayor, from the governor of Massachusetts,
New York.
Democrats. Has the mayor of New York actually signed off on that yet? He seems like he's been a little quieter.
He's been quiet on the reforms, but he hasn't been quiet on the problem.
Yeah. So what is that maybe the thing that ends the logjam, that you have blue cities, blue state governors and mayors who kind of come to push this over the finish line?
Well, it goes back to what Joe was complaining about or pointing out. Why does it have to be a political issue when it's the right thing to do is seal our own border, make sure that good people that want to come here for the right reasons are able to come here? Leaving a wide open border, and nobody can understand exactly why. Why is it wide open? These mayors putting pressure on the White House absolutely will be helpful to moving it. The question is, what will the Schumer Senate do, and how is the White House going to move them?